Hello, this is Dr. Seymour with the Optimal Response Initiative. Just wanted to send you a message. This is a letter to my brothers and sisters. If you are currently serving, you know full well the demands placed on you on a daily basis. You hear terms such as suck it up, press on, make it work, lock and load, 3, 2, 1, right before jumping out of a plane. Day-to-day service is demanding and rewarding. It's even more rewarding when you have the support that you need. All too often, however, I know this is not the case. In the name of being hua and tough and able to endure and always adapt and overcome, one is not invited, nor do they feel compelled to discuss any of their difficulties. During service, we are taught about military history and military code of justice. We are taught how to lock and load, fire, and clean our weapons. We are taught how to run hard and run fast. We are trained to survive when the stakes are high. However, we are not necessarily trained to thrive during our active duty days or the days that follow. The Optimal Response Initiative is for you. It's also for those who have paid the ultimate price. I know that if they could speak to us today, they would probably say many things. I believe that a unanimous message would be live strong, live well. Remember me, honor the sacrifices of those who have gone before you. 3 times as many service members who have been killed at war are ending their lives. Some while they are deployed, many when they return home. Why is it that our best men and women are serving and serving well, only to return home to an overwhelming sense of hopelessness, doubt, and loneliness? I believe it is in part because warriors are trained to fight for freedom, but warriors are not trained to fight for their own lives and thrive upon their return. Therefore, the Optimal Response Initiative is for you. If you are listening, if you are hearing this message, it is for you. When I was in the military a long time ago, I went and talked to the chaplain a few times because he seemed like a decent man. Mainly, I went and talked to him because I knew I would not be ostracized in the name of needing some additional support for some tough stuff with which I was dealing. It is more acceptable for a warrior to go to a building of faith than any other type of support. After all, the missions are full of life and death issues, so it makes sense that we may go talk to someone about life and death issues in the name of spirituality. Yes, this is an acceptable quest. Oh, but anything other than that, you can forget it. You're looked at as a weak link, a broke blank, a rimp. The list goes on and on. Heck, if you're on profile for a legitimate leg break or a sprain, you're still teased and made fun of until you rejoin the ranks of the strong and able. I haven't even mentioned invisible wounds such as traumatic brain injuries, post-traumatic stress, depression, substance abuse, dependence, addictions. It is this type of mentality that contributes to the suicide rates when our men and women are deployed, as well as when they return home. I've said that something needs to be done long enough. My response to this is the Optimal Response Initiative. The Optimal Response Initiative was created to create a structure from which a foundation of stability can be experienced within. It is a program, tools, training, full of ways to cope, ways to think, manage intense feelings, and respond in optimal ways, even in and especially in the least optimal situations of life. If you feel like a kite that is stuck, flapping in the wind, pierced by a rock on the side of a jagged mountain, hold on. The Optimal Response Initiative is offered to you as a rope to tie you to the stability of hope needed. It is my hope that ORI serves as an anchor for your mind, soul, and body, written by someone who cares. Additionally, leaving the military can be full of excitement, relief, sadness, and feeling overwhelmed. The excitement and relief is often due to no longer living with the anticipation of being deployed away from family and friends, the drop of a hat. Post-active duty, feeling overwhelmed is often a common occurrence as well. And this makes sense because one is not just leaving a job, one is leaving their military family, sisters and brothers with whom they've served and been willing and dedicated to pay the highest price. As a result, sadness often sets in. Sadness in not living within a united community, a family full of the esprit de corps of the U.S. military. You see, there's a powerful unseen thing that exists between military members. If you look in their eyes, you can see it. If you pay attention to their mannerisms and their dedicated actions toward those they love, you can see it there too. Those who have served often feel disconnected and a little out of place, overwhelmed and outnumbered by civilians. Further, when deployments, combat, and loss are part of one's military experience, it is essential that the military member and their family receive the support that they need. The demands of civilian life without a sense that I have my battle buddies back and they have mine results in an intensity too much for a warrior to handle alone. Warriors must be connected, united, and supported by a mission at hand. So whether you are currently active duty, serving overseas, within the state, sucking it up and pressing on, or whether you are reintegrating into the civilian world in any way, shape, or form, family life, college life, technical training, or setting out to establish your second career, or learn how to transition or quote unquote retire and determine how are you going to serve next. ORI is designed to assist you. Essentially, the Optimal Response Initiative is me trying to be where you are to provide an anchor of hope. I can't be in every community live and in person, but I can be there with a strong message of hope, encouragement, and perseverance, reminding you that you are not alone. Additionally, with an unprecedented number of active duty military coming back from theater, often medically retired earlier than they ever planned, there is a new need to provide practical tools to aid service members and veterans through their transitions. I personally cannot be in every community, but I can speak and teach and try to reach and encourage you from where I am and where you are. And that is my mission, to remind you, to inform you that you're not alone, that together we are stronger, together we thrive. You continually give, and you have given your country your best. Now, I encourage you to aim for that same level of excellence and commitment regarding your care, your health, and your optimal life. Leave no man or woman behind. Starts with you today. Hua.